Spencer, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on, guys?
Oh, not much, man. So yeah, we are just heads up. We're already live. We're rolling. Gamecock Nation tuning in, man. Obviously, we appreciate you doing this. SEC Offensive Player of the Week this week. So I guess just in general, man. Obviously, we've all seen it, but how have you felt like you've sort of settled in, and how's the season going for you so far? Just in your words.
Yeah, man, it's been super fun. Actually getting to go against somebody else the first 2 weeks. I know we didn't have the outcome we wanted our first week, but I think we showed flashes and knew what we were good at, knew what we had to clean up, and I feel like going into week two, we really wanted to clean everything up. Especially before this week. So we use that kind of as a tune-up game and try to get things right. And we were clicking on all cylinders. It was a fun game.
Spencer, I actually talked to TJ Sanders from the defense earlier today, who had some really good things to say about you, by the way, just to let you know. And he said that he called them first game shenanigans, right? So we were talking a little bit about the defense and what they had to clean up. You mentioned cleaning up things offensively, but how much of the first game stuff that we saw do you attribute to maybe, I don't know if you'll use TJ's terminology with first game shenanigans, but how much do you attribute that to just being game one? And then how much do you feel like y'all did clean up in game two against Furman?
I think TJ's right. The first game shenanigans, whatever he said, I think that's pretty accurate. I mean, you see it across the country and, a lot of first games, there's a lot of mistakes, a lot of, MEs and stuff we can clean up. I mean, even yesterday with the NFL, so much, bad ball, I guess you could say, for week one, but that's just part of it. We as an offense, I think we did good with protecting the ball. I mean, we had no turnovers, so that's a positive. I think we had more explosive plays than North Carolina week one, and less turnovers. So I mean, it's crazy how we lost the game, but we had chances to win it, and we didn't play good enough. But first game shenanigans, I guess is a good quote for it. But we definitely cleaned up week two.
Spencer, you and Dal Loggins have kind of talked all offseason about the kind of partnership you guys have. I feel like, though, whenever there's a new coach, new coordinator, there's always that positive talk, but it's another thing to be able to take it into the games kind of as smoothly as y'all have so far with it being a new offense, new offensive coordinator, new play caller. What is it about the two of you and how y'all have kind of been able to be in sync already that has just let it kind of hit so smoothly against real opponents right off the bat?
hmm I think he just first off, he's a great coach. Communicates really well, knows our player strengths. I know told you guys that before, and I like how he gets the ball in my hand and lets me kind of do my thing, and that's awesome. It's fun for me, and also with all our other, we have so many weapons. So I mean, his job ain't that hard with all these guys we got. But yeah, he's a great coach, great leader, great man, and just we worked it in the spring, we worked it in the summer, and we found what we're good at, and we just got to keep building on that.
Yeah, you gave me a great natural segue to talk about one of those playmakers. Xavier Luedecke, man, he has been lights out in the first two games. And I think anybody who's seen Xavier play, seen those glimpses in games, seen in practice, heard things behind the scenes about his athleticism knows, right, like that he's capable of doing these things. It's not a huge surprise, but he's put it together 2 weeks straight. He's put it together 2 weeks straight in a big way too. So give us your take on how Xavier's performed and just your confidence level in him. It seems like you feel like you can just throw it up to him and he's coming down with it.
Yeah, I mean, he got so much better in the off season. I mean, he had a great ending to the year. In the Notre Dame game, he made a lot of plays. So he built his confidence. Later in the year last year. But this off season, I don't think I've seen anybody work as hard as him. And he put the time in, he put the work in, and it's coming to fruition right now. He's doing his thing, and I trust him, not just him, but a lot of other guys. But yeah, man, he's been our top playmaker, and I expect nothing less from him.
It seemed like, Spencer, y'all, part of the game plan early on, especially, was to get the ball out there quick on the perimeters to guys like Leggett, AB, Juice. Then obviously, I thought Eddie Lewis had a good game on Saturday as well. How nice is it to just kind of sit back there as a quarterback and know you're not going to have to kind of force feed the ball to one guy? You can kind of take what the defense gives and just kind of spread the ball around and let those guys go do what they do.
Yeah, early on, we want to get the ball out, move, get it on the perimeter. We could do a lot of different things, but a lot of those were RPOs and some screens and stuff like that. But with the playmakers we got on the perimeter, I mean, you can dish it out there, and there's nothing better than throwing short and going long or getting 10, 12 yards a pop on those. And we're still improving on those type of plays, but yeah, I mean, it just gives a whole nother weapon to the offense when you can just spit it out there and those guys can go make plays.
Spence, you also had a couple little social media viral moments after the game too that you were featured on. So in the locker room after the game, Coach Beamer gave you a game ball. Funny video there that Gamecock football put out on their social media channels. But did you know your stats after the game? Like, you looked like you might have been a little surprised. Even did you know?
Yeah, I knew him. I think my boy Tanner at halftime, Tanner Bailey was like, man, not to like blow your head up right now or get anything off track, but you're like 23, 25, 270. I was like, okay, well, let's keep going. Let's keep going. And I wanted to keep that as clean as I could. And, shout out to the O-line. They played their butts off, kept me clean all night. I don't think I got sacked all night, which is good. Guys made plays, like you said, Eddie Lewis, Luedecke. I mean, everybody was making plays. So that's awesome. And then, it was a cool moment. Get a game ball. I mean, it's always special.
Yeah, man. So obviously the atmosphere too on Saturday, to be a home opener, but against an FCS opponent. I know Furman, they came in with a good team, man. No offense to them, but just being an FCS opponent, some stadiums you maybe don't get the packed house, you don't get quite the atmosphere y'all had on Saturday. What did you think just playing in front of those fans again this week? I know you've seen it before, but I thought it was an incredible atmosphere from this fan base, considering pretty much everything I just said.
I mean, it was awesome. It's always awesome to step in that field. I feel like every game sold out. So I mean, the vibes, the energy the fans bring help us so much, and also what Chance Miller and Justin King and those guys did with the walkout in our locker room with the light show and all that. That stuff was awesome. Got the crowd pumped up, got us pumped up. So the vibes are always high in Willie B, and I'm happy we could get a W. First one in there this season.
All right, Spencer. So we're not trying to put you on the spot too much, but a lot of Gamecock fans have been weighing in on the new Cocky entrance, right? So I don't know how much you got to see of that while you were kind of in the zone right before the game, or if you went back and watched it later. But do you have a review or a strong opinion on the new Cocky entrance?
I think I saw Coach Beamer, showed us a little bit of it. I think it was Thursday or Friday of what it's going to be.
Okay.
What did he roll in on a cockaboose?
Yeah, he had a little cockaboose. Yeah, he had the the train, and then the car on the back of it came out, ran around a little bit. So it was pretty cool.
I think it's cool. I think it's something the fans like, and we don't pay too much attention to that, on the field before the game, but I think it's something fun and definitely something, good idea, So, I feel good about it.
Yeah, you're a little bit unique for sure.
Yep.
So on the field, Spencer, end of half situation. I gotta think as much as y'all work on situational football in practice, it was nice to have actually two opportunities and convert on them both at the end of the first half. How good was that just to get that experience in a game against an opponent and to see your team and yourself execute and maybe being something y'all can lean on, because obviously you're gonna have end of half, end of game scenarios, probably multiple times going forward this season.
Yeah, like you said, it's something we work every day. Every week we work 2 minutes, and I feel like we, do a great job in practice. Finishing those drives and getting to our goal of either a field goal, to win it or tie it or get up before half, or a touchdown to go up before half. We always want a touchdown. So for us to go down, I think we had 27 seconds, go about 80 yards. I mean, it's pretty impressive from our group. Shout out to Coach Beamer for trusting us and using those timeouts in a great way. And then obviously with Dow calling those plays to get us down there and making two big time plays. And congrats to Omega on this, first touchdown catch and Willie B. It was awesome.
Yeah, a lot of newness in the game with some guys that were able to see either their first career action or their first extended action. So I know you got to, sit and kind of chill. Spencer, at the end of this game, second half, you got to kind of put the hat on and just hang out and watch some ball. And so that was the other viral moment, actually, I was going to mention. So Lenora Sellers came in, through his first couple touchdown passes. And I know you were showing him some love on the sideline after the first one. So give us your. This has actually been a pretty common question from several of our subscribers at Gamecock Central and listeners and viewers. They want to know how you rated that throw by Lenoris and what you were thinking during it.
Oh, it was a 10 out of 10. I mean, it was a bomb, 65-yard throw. We know, he's got a big arm, confident player. So, and that was actually like his third progression. He worked left to right, had some time, and put it down there to Tyshawn to go make a play. And, two young guys made a good play. That was a great throw. I was hyped for him.
So I got to imagine it had to be a pretty special moment for you and Luke Doty earlier in the game that you were able to connect with Luke. You are both obviously in the quarterback room, man. Everybody knows how Luke, attacks things and works his tail off and doing all these different things on the team. So how happy, first of all, were you for Luke? And what was that moment like? I saw you like sprinting down the field to meet him after you threw it. What were you thinking when you saw him? Because it looked like he like broke wide open, perfect throw, perfect catch. Had to just be a really cool moment for both of you guys.
It was a great moment. He puts in the work every single day. He's a great leader on this team, and he's all about the team. Whatever he can do to help us, he'll do. So credit to him. He works so hard, does everything right. You can trust him on the field. I feel like we think the same way. So if he sees something at receiver, I'm probably seeing the same thing. So it works well with each other. When he's out there and he ran a good route. I think the DB pushed his teammate down. So it made it easy for us just to kind of put it up there. Had a lot of time, and he broke wide open. And it felt like the ball was in the air for 10 seconds. He was waiting for it, got in the end zone. It was a special moment. I'm happy for him.
It was a hand catch too, man. No cradling the thing. Like he went up, he reached out there, plucked it.
That's right. He can catch the ball. Yeah.
Natural receiver. He's looked really good. All right, so we may have some more Furman questions, Wes. I'm gonna push us forward a little bit to talk about what's coming up with the game against Georgia. How you feel going into this one, man? I know you're going to be asked this later this week. You guys have a day off now. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday practices. Friday walkthrough. Go down to Athens. How are you feeling going into this game? And what do you feel like? Kind of maybe a couple little early keys that you're really honing in on without giving away, obviously, anything on the game plan for this week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel good. The group feels good. It's good to get a win under our belt. Obviously, still got some stuff to clean up. We'll have to scheme for this group we got on Saturday. It's a great team, great defense. So we're gonna have to be, playing very clean football, execute on a high level. But our focus is just on us right now. We got to focus on us and do what we do best.
Spencer, have you been to Athens before? I was trying to think. I don't think you would have played there before.
I've never been there.
I guess, there's got to be, like you said, an asset of just, hey, it's just another game. But at the same time, any extra excitement for playing in some of these SEC atmospheres and going in there and trying to execute at one of the, really cool venues, I think.
Of course. Getting to play a back-to-back national champion, go out there and just give it your all. That's all we can do. Go out there, play clean, execute at a high level, and play our best ball and see where it falls from there.
I do want to go back a little bit, Spencer, but this is a question that, we'll probably see more of these guys as the season goes on. But you mentioned the offensive line earlier. Craig Godwin in the chat asked about Tree Babalade and Tro Ball. And so those guys got their first extended action as freshmen. First of all, man, those guys do not look like freshmen, especially on the offensive line. But you shouted out the O-line for their improved performance this week. But what'd you think of Tro and Tree, during the game and then kind of looking back at the film from this week?
Yeah, those are two grown men. Like you said, they don't look like freshmen. Both of them about 320, 330, smart players. Just motivated. They want to do good. They want to be good for our team. And, you'll see a lot more of them, this Saturday and the rest of the year.
Chris, I know we got to let Spencer get out of here shortly. I think I'm about out. I guess my last one here, man. What do you think it does for team morale, Spencer, that the backups got to play? Then you look out there, fourth quarter, some walk-on guys, some guys that just probably work just as hard as everybody else, but don't always get to play. They get to go out there in front of their friends and family, maybe make a lifetime moment as well, a lifetime memory. What do you think it does going into practice this Tuesday, knowing that just so many guys kind of got to have some of their hard work pay off and get to play in Willie B?
That's one of our favorite parts of the game. Seeing those young guys go in, seeing guys that don't get as much time, but like you said, work just as hard, if not harder, than all of us. I mean, it's tough to be a walk on. It's tough to be a guy that's a fourth, fifth string guy. I mean, they work their butts off and every single week. So it's awesome to see guys like Ben Rollins. I know Peyton Mangum's on scholarship, but him make a play in the game. A lot of guys going out there playing. So it's awesome, and hopefully we can do that more this year.
Yeah, heck of a catch by Ben Rollins on that play, actually. All right, Spence, before we let you get out of here, as we told everyone, you are here because of your agreement with Garnet Trust, guys at GarnetTrust.com. So just wanted to give you an opportunity to, I know we got some Garnet Trust supporters here in the live chat, so just wanted to give you an opportunity to shout out those folks too over at Garnet Trust and all their supporters.
Yeah, big shout out to Garnet Trust. I mean, like I said, it's a big reason on why I'm back. A lot of guys are back, and you guys help our team so much, help our school so much. I mean, it doesn't go unnoticed. The work we put in, you guys see it, and you guys show love and take care of us, and it's awesome. We always are appreciative, and let's keep this thing rolling, man.
Spencer, as always, man, we appreciate the time. I know Monday's like the day off, but I imagine there's not really any full days off. What do you have next for the day? It's 2:30 in the afternoon. What do you get a little bit of time to unplug, or is it right back into Georgia?
I got my massage this morning. So knocked that out, went to the facility, got some lunch, talk with Dial a little bit. So I'm pretty much done for the day. I'm gonna rest the body and get ready for tomorrow.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, we all look forward to watching this Saturday in Athens. I know Gamecock fans out here appreciate you, man. We appreciate the time, and we'll talk to you soon, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.